karma will get your ass, people. If you do others wrong and you do them in a way you wouldn't want to be done yourself, you're gonna seriously pay for it. You know, I'm age 68 and I'm a witness in this life. If I had never read the Bible in my life and never gone to any church, I would know it just from experience in life. Like, they did this, and then later this happened or that happened. Oh, that is so true. You know, there's actually two physical deaths. I think some people literally perish, and they don't get to complete their life. You know, and it does tell about this in the King James Version Bible. It does mention this, like a person that dishonors their mother and father, that they die an earlier death generally than other people do. They live a shorter life, you know. But, oh wow, I'm going to tell a story about people I've witnessed that have done me very wrongfully in my own life. But I was just sitting outside thinking about something, you know, because I get kind of lonely at night, you know, because I live alone. Oh boy, you know, it's a blessing to be alone. But then it's like anything, you know, it's got its bad points, you know. You get lonely sometimes and just want someone to talk to or something. But I was thinking about Michelle Phillips. Michelle Phillips, in case you don't know who she is, Michelle Phillips is 78 years of age right now, right at. Because I watched a video when she turned age 77 about a year ago. It's here on YouTube. You know, she's a really good person, but the thing that inspires me about her, it's a 1967 song where she sang on stage with Cass Elliot, John Phillips, and then the other guy. I know his last name was Dennehy, I forget his first name, and Michelle Phillips. It was in 1967. I'm sure all of you heard the song California Dreaming, California Dreaming. And from there, you know, she became an actress, you know, after that. And she was in the movie California Kid. Good movie with Vic Morrow playing as this evil sheriff that would push people over a cliff. It's a damn good movie for all generations. You should watch it. It's called California Kid. She was also in the movie with Warren Oates called Dillinger, where she played the girl of, you know, Dillinger in that movie. Very good. She played her part very good. And then she played in the sitcom Knots Landing, starting in about 1981. You know, it went on for a few years. You know, as a corporate rich bitch. But you know, that's just acting. That's not who these people really are, you know. And, oh boy, where do we go from here? Where do we go? But I don't think after, you know, that time frame, like past the age of 72, I don't think she sang anymore. She did sing some good songs, like it was solo, like one song you can hear right here on YouTube that's called YouTube. It's called Dedicated to the One I Love. And that's a beautiful song, man. And she sings that solo by herself. Man, that is beautiful. But I want to tell y'all about her life. She's still living today, age 78. She's got a good attitude. There's a couple of videos of her, actually about three I've watched several times. She loves her daughter China and her grandson, and you know, her daughter China's married. They live in the same area. And Michelle will talk about how her mom passed away when her mom was only 32. She lost her 7-year-old brother when he was only 7 years old, passed away. You know, and how there was a lot of sadnesses and hardships in her life. And it also shows this evil letter John Phillips and Cass Elliot sent to her. You know, those people did her dirty, and this is where karma's coming up. Gosh damn, they did her dirty. And I've had people do me that way. See, John Phillips was jealous of Michelle Phillips because she was good looking, trim and tall, attractive, you know. And she would wear hip hugger bell bottom bands, you know. And he was jealous of her. Well, when they would rehearse their singing, they would also have a rehearsal audience, you know. So I don't know what that's about. I think some of them might be judges or assisting them or whatever. And the guys would always take to Michelle, and she would smile and grin and laugh. Well, Cass Elliot was very jealous of Michelle because, you know, Cass Elliot was obese, fat, and short. And John Phillips, he was jealousy, but it was a possession type jealousy. If other guys looked at her or talked to her, see, he felt insecure, he'd get all angry. And what they did, one of the guys in the audience was talking to Michelle, and she said, "Oh, thank you," and they accused her of flirting with the guy. Cass Elliot and John Phillips dragged her out into this parking lot of this recording place, you know, that had its own stage for rehearsal. They dragged her out in this parking lot, yelling at her and saying, "Get out of here and don't ever come back around us." She had no money. She had nowhere to go. And they hired this other girl to take her place. It didn't work out, but this other girl to take her place in the Mamas and the Papas singing group. But Michelle went somewhere, you know. And they sent her this evil, evil letter. Oh my God. And Michelle showed this wicked letter on the internet. It was in one of the videos, and it's to where they sent her a letter that says, "You are forbidden, and this is legal notice. Do not ever come around any of us again or our group." And it had some insulting remarks. And all of this stemmed from jealousy from John and Cass Elliot. It was their damn jealousy. And she told how life was very hard at that time. She almost became homeless because she didn't know what else kind of work to do at that time, you know? I mean, she was a singer, a performer, and getting these wicked people to do this. But, you know, the years went by. Jesus Christ took care of her. You know, I'm a believer and follower of our Savior, Jesus Christ, you know. I've seen so much in my life, people. Oh, man, they did her dirty rotten. But see, and then her and John Phillips, they later got back together, and they got Michelle to come back to their group because the other girl didn't work out. She actually forgave them and went back. And she married John Phillips, but she left him because he did drugs all the time. But see, karma, people, thou reapeth what thou hast soweth. Not only in the next life, but also in this life from what I've seen. John Phillips had to do prison time. He also died very young. Look at that on the internet. He's in a mausoleum in a wall now. and has been for a long time. He died young. Cass Elliot also died young. You see? Karma, people. Karma, 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 karma. But let's look at Michelle. See, the people that did her dirty rotten, they're dead. They're gone. I bet it's an early perishing, you know? An early death for both of them. And they suffered a lot before they died, too. Because, see, Cass Elliot got hurt in a lot of ways, too. Two guys effed her over royally that she was in love with, but they left her for better-looking women, you know? So, see, it comes back around. It comes back around. And then after Michelle left John Billups because of him doing so much drugs, she left because of her little girl, China, is why she left. You know, because she didn't want her daughter China was just a baby at all. She didn't want her around that violence. But boy, she fought and she managed. And again, she didn't have money because John Billups is one that had all that damn money. Okay, but she made it, you know. Became a great actress in a lot of movies. You know, and to listen to her videos now, I truly love that woman. She's got a great heart. She's got a good heart. In her videos now, she doesn't wear makeup. She just ties her hair straight back. She doesn't do her hair up, no makeup, no nothing. She just sits back and she's very human and natural. I love that woman the way she is, her attitude. And I'm not a fan of stars or movie stars or singers. No. Because I like a lot of music, but I am not a fan that, you know, idolizes any movie star or singer. I'm not that type. I like her as a person. I simply like her, you know. Okay, now about my life. Oh man, I'll tell you what, I was hurt so bad. It was 1985. My first wife left me. I'm going to skip what was going on before then. I wasn't doing her any wrong. I never abused her in any way. I always provided her with a good car. I always provided her with a good car. And at the time she left me in June of '85, she even had a brand new Toyota pickup. Before that, she had a Lincoln Continental, a very nice one, and before that, a full-size Capri Chevrolet. So, you know, enough of the materials, but she was always cared for very well. And I never did drugs or any of that crap. But it was in '85. I remember June 25th. I had waited 2 weeks for her to come home. She comes home, but with these 2 goon guys wearing sandals and tank top shorts, and I look at her. And she just walks in our place and lets them go in our place, you know. And she says, he can have this couch and one of the top mattress off the bed. I want everything else. And I'm looking at her, I'm shocked. But I'm like, well, this is what she wants. I need to let it be. And these guys, I could tell they were standing back ready to attack me. To attack me? Oh my God. But I said, whoever y'all are, I want her to take her stuff and get out of here. Let it be, you know. But anyway, I was hurt, and here's what she was doing. You know, I've already chosen, selected no kids can view this video. She was screwing my dad. Screwing my dad. Now, there was also another guy she was living with, but she'd go over to my dad's house, and because he had a lot of money, he'd take her out to eat, take her to the movies, and then they would have sex. Oh my God, oh my God. And then this creepy guy that was born one street down from me that was about 5 years older than me, Leroy Foy, he would hang around there and he thought it was funny. He found humor in that shit. And I mean, I'm hurting. I even lost weight. It's where, you're so hurt you lose your will to live. And then my sister Cheryl, she thought it was a laughing matter. I came from a very dysfunctional family, people. Well, here's something that happened. That was in '85. I had to restart my life in spite of that and just handle the pain. And what it is, it's not like a layer of skin a day. It was like a layer of skin a month. Had to cover the wound. Gradually, gradually, gradually. My dad, his health fails. It's only 6 years later. It's in 1991. I'm not even going to say everything that happened to him. But here's what happened. He went to prison for some shit in 1991. I'm not breaking down, y'all. I just cough occasionally. I'm old. I'm a dinosaur. One with a sense of humor still, thank God. And he died in prison in the month of August 2005. Came back. And all of his money didn't do him a damn bit of good. Because in those prisons, they won't let you spend it on anything. Also, in those prisons, they don't allow you to send out, have a checkbook or write checks. So what he had to do, he had no choice but to turn his bank account over to me. I didn't steal from it before he died. Maybe he tried to do the right things. He told me, he said, I can't spend it anyway, and they're never going to let me go. Just go ahead and keep all that money and my house. It was the other house, not this one, but the other house. I already had this house I'm in right now. I had this house in 1993. All right. Okay, when he went to prison in 91, okay, it was in 93. This was 7 years after my first wife had left me. My sister Cheryl is murdered up in Ohio in September of 1993. They never caught the person that killed her. They knocked her to the ground and kicked her in the left side, and it busted her spleen, and she died before she got in her car to drive to a hospital, but died as soon as she got in the car. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. Okay, the guy named Leroy Faith that was 5 years older than me, he was about 35 at the time, because I was age 30 in, 1986 I was age 30. He got AIDS, and he died at the county hospital a year later in 1986. And he was healthy and as strong as a horse. All right, my first wife's evil sister, Tanya, that was part of that crap when my first wife left me. She died of a heart attack, a multiple heart attack and a stroke when she was only 42. Alright, but here I am at age 68. I'm doing fine and I feel fine and I'm very blessed financially and material-wise. Isn't that amazing, people? Those people had the upper hand on me back in 85 and 86. But look at what happened to them. My rich dad, my sister, my first wife's sister Tanya, this Leroy Creek that lived down the street that was older than me, and my first wife. All these people died. And then my first wife, she died at only age 62. But I found out before she died at 62, she suffered horribly for like 22 years from the time she was 40 till she was 62. Because she fell down at a Denny's working as a waitress. And she broke 3 of her vertebrae in her back. She got pretty big and heavy. And she lost use of her left leg around age 40 and had to wear a metal brace on her leg. And she was having to use a walker all the time, man, you know, like in her 40s, even up to 62. And then she died from something. The left side of her face paralyzed like she might have had a stroke. And I saw a picture of that, you know. She's on this walker. This side of her face is paralyzed to where her lip droops down like this. And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. But you see, people, that's karma, people. That's karma. Anything you do that's bad, it's gonna come back. And the only way you can prevent it from happening, you have to change your heart. Your intentions have to change. You have to go talk to Jesus Christ and ask Jesus Christ to forgive you. That's repentance. But then after Jesus Christ forgives you, you can't do any more wrong. Because this first time you do somebody wrong again, well, the karma's going to go into play again, people. It's going to happen. And there's assholes right now. They can't affect me because I'm financially secure. But oh yeah, there's assholes doing me dirty right now. Several that are right here on YouTube. There's some assholes, but I'll tell you what, they're going to pay. They're going to pay. And a couple of people out there in life, because, well, but like I say, see, I'm retired. I live alone. They can't hurt me because I'm fine. I've got the protection of financial security. But take my words serious, people. Take it as serious can be. Take it serious. Okay? But anyway, this is Earl. And Jesus Christ, thank you that I'm able to share this with other people. My Father in heaven, I love you, Jesus Christ. And thank you for my blessings, my finances, good food, and 2 loving panther cats that I adore and love. Thank you, Jesus Christ, I love you. Later, people. Later.